pharmacy with Martin. I'm like, come on, Martin. Because my sister worked in Martin's pharmacy. And I'm like, Martin, he was like, come on, man. Come on, man. His head was always down. No. I'm like, come on, you can do it. No, I tried. I'm like, all right, no problem. And I might have told him 10, 15 times. So anyways, met AJ, they're talking to, oh yeah, they're saying right there. And so they're telling me, oh yeah, you can do this, you do that. And I think they're messing with me. However, I had gotten to 230 pounds on my own over a year. Pretty much simple thing. I just cut out crap. I worked 17 hours a day, 7 days a week for 2 years. In that process, I always had weight problems, but that skyrocketed to where I was bulging at a 40 waist. You know, I had to go to big and tall, or I don't know, something else. So I met AJ, started working with him. All right, wonderful. Over the years, I lost weight. The key thing is the self-image. You see, I could look in a mirror without a shirt on and see any one of these 3 people at any moment. And it's very difficult to look and not see the left guy, but see the guy on the right. It's very difficult to look and see the guy on the right and not say, oh, yeah, but you know, I could lose a little bit off this corner here, and oh, I have a little bit there. It never ends if you don't balance it out. You're either going to go from one extreme to the other. So pretty much, how did you see yourself in the mirror in the past? Anybody with great weight, bad weight, whatever problems you have, if you're trying to lose weight, you're going to always see yourself as someone else in the mirror. These are the different views of me from different years. I mean, as a kid, I was the chuckster with the man boobs. At work, pretty much, I think that middle picture, I might have been about 310, maybe, even. My graduation picture from my bachelor's, about 315, 310 maybe. So it's very difficult, especially when you leave your house at 6:30 in the morning and don't get home till 12 o'clock at night, 7 days a week. So at that point, I had no direction in my own life. I was just working, money. That's all it was. I worked for the state, and I also ran my own side business, and I also taught every night in the city. So I would go from Tappan Zee Bridge, anybody know where that is? Right? That's kind of upstate to a lot of it's another country. From Tappan Zee Bridge down to Manhattan, 5 days a week at night, and then on Saturday, Sundays. All I did was work. I didn't work out. But the problem was, I was eating bad also. So I wouldn't eat the whole day because I was either too busy working or doing other things or not paying attention. And then once I would get to the city, I would have 2 slices of pizza and then a soda, well, diet soda, right? How ridiculous is that? And then on the way back, 3 hours later, because you're hungry and the carbs really spike your insulin, you're like, oh, I'm really hungry. You don't realize they're not. I would have another few slices of pizza. Most likely I was dehydrated. At that time, I didn't know these feelings. I didn't have the knowledge. I would see a sign, but I couldn't read the sign. I just saw a sign stand up. So you're looking at yourself in the image, and, well, I don't mean to cry, but really no pain, no gain. I broke my fib tib and my left wrist playing basketball. That pretty much ended my NBA career. I have bunion surgery on my left foot, so I have that staple and that screw. I have a right shoulder impingement. I actually am walking right now with the broken bone in my left foot. I've circled it right there. I have elbow meniscus on my right hand. I have torn meniscus on my left foot. And last year, a year and a half ago, I ended up getting a herniated disc. So if you think you work out in pain, everybody's different. I work out in pain. I cry, and I envy him, Martin, because he can do it all. I can't. So, in a weird way, all the tips that AJ just gave you, those 5, the interval and the supersetting, that's the only way I keep myself in shape. Low weights, very high reps, jam-packed. People in the gym think I'm crazy. They look at me weird because I'm on one machine doing 15 different things, sitting up, down, but I'm in the gym and out in exactly 50 minutes. In, out, 50 minutes. That's it. I'll even park. Even though I live 3 blocks from the gym, I can walk to my gym. I'll drive, park, pay the 75 cents because that forces me to get out. Otherwise, I might be lazy. So I'm not going to make myself feel bad and say, oh, shame on me that I don't have self-control, that I can't go walk in and walk out and I got to spend the 75 cents. No, that's the cost of staying healthy and keeping on schedule for me. And I'll spend it. So, what happens is, you don't feel great about yourself. So do something about it. Or as Canadians would say. I had man boobs. So even after I lost all of that weight, and I'm about, I want to say in that left column, 215-ish about, roughly about where I am right now. But I still had man boobies. And as I would lose more weight, they would stick out. And you would think, oh, well, nobody can see that over your shirt. Nobody pays attention. But that's not the point. It's in your head. You think people see it. You think people notice it, but they don't. Right now, many of you might think many people have noticed many certain things about you, but they haven't. Everybody's paying attention here. Nobody's looking at you saying, oh, how are you dressed? What did you, oh, she's a little fat, got a little fat over the pants. No, nobody's paying attention to that. You're all paying attention up here, so relax. Don't worry about it. I went and got gynecomastia surgery. It's pretty much, I got a boob job. They removed the glands and did a bit of, what's that thing, liposuction. And so the results on the right-hand side. AJ talked a lot about protein. That's pretty much how I live. That's 100 chicken breasts and about 20 pounds of beef round, the leanest beef you can get. I would buy them, wash them, clean them, peel every single piece of fat off of them, marinate them, cook them in 2 George Foreman's, weigh them, ziplock them, and freeze them. 6.5, 7 hours. Guess how long you think that much chicken lasted? That's 90 chicken breasts, which would add up to be about 180 meals. 1 month. Maybe a month and a half. If I went on vacation, a month and a half. Every month, that's what I did. So I'm not going to tell you about the workout stories because in the process of that, I'm driving an hour and a half twice a week in traffic, bumper to bumper traffic, to get here because I live about an hour away to work out with AJ twice a week. So, all that. So how do you see yourself in the mirror now? No, obviously not like that. It's not that picture really funny, so if I put it up. Don't worry, it's going to change. I'm not going to go back to click it. Hopefully it will. Don't embarrass me. But that's the key thing. After you lose all the weight, it's not changing. It's not changing. After you lose all the weight, what happens with your self-image? Every time you look in the mirror, what happens is you still see the old self. Oh, that's me really, really cool on the beach, but you still see yourself. So how do you fix that? How do you reprogram yourself? Well, honestly, don't be camera shy. Many people, even myself, when you go in front of the mirror, what's the first thing your eyes notice? Flaws. They see the bad parts. They see the parts you want to improve. So kind of like what I just said earlier is you lose focus on the parts that are so great. I kind of notice that every time I get dressed in my bedroom, I don't see my face. Because my dresser mirror was designed for normal type people. So I only see here below. So I am subconsciously, automatically getting my eyes redirected at what? This like 5 pounds that I can lose over here. I changed that. Very simple. Be aware of what bothers you because you're the only person who can figure that out. Nobody can tell you. I took a mirror, put it up, now I stand in front of that mirror and I look at my face, I lose attention to my body. I even did a photo shoot. I was like, you know what? Hell, sure, why not? And remember, this whole time you see these pictures, you might not know, but I got that fat kid syndrome. I'm standing in front of that camera thinking, oh, I don't look good. Because of my man boobies, for many years I had difficulty walking straight. I would always walk like this. Now my problem is I walk straight, and I was on a vacation in a resort, and everybody's making fun of me. Not making fun of me, but everybody's complimenting me. I'm not walking around like this, but it comes across, because if I brought in my shoulders, I can't help it. I am just a big person. It's not my fault. I shouldn't let it make me feel embarrassed. So, believe it or not, for many years, even after I lost the weight, I felt still embarrassed to take my shirt off, even after a competition. I wouldn't. I remember my retirement party, where I stopped doing competitions. pretty much AJ was trying to take my shirt off, and I'm like, no, don't. But I looked like that guy on the right. So, if you want it, it's easy breezy. Easy breezy. I swear. I came out of so my left was where I came in third, which I thought I should have been second, but, and then on the right, I came in fourth. And if you look up close, the guys down the row, first, second, and third, those guys are huge. This was supposed to be a natural, laser, natural competition. Those guys don't look natural to me, but was I pissed? Hell yeah. I wanted to be first. I did the first one with AJ. The second one, I pushed him away in a bit. I wanted to do it myself. I wanted to prove to myself that it was me, not someone else who got me there. I wanted to make sure that I get there and I can do it on my own. It was hard because 2009, first one, 2010, second one. You might wonder, some people say this, not saying you, some, oh, well, you might have your life easy, you don't have a lot of headaches. No, I still worked 8 to 4 every day. I still taught every Saturday, Sunday, 9 to 5 in the city. I worked out twice a week, Tuesday, Thursdays, down with AJ, so wipe out my Tuesday, Thursday evenings. And Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, I did side jobs, my side business, or I was working late. So pretty much, I still did all this and a master's in education. Where I fit that in, I have no idea. It just felt to be easier. I remember almost passing out and falling down in Central Park one morning when I was doing cardio. I would go to a client to do work. I would sleep in their office because I didn't want to drive back. So I would sleep in the office, get up, get on my bike, go to Central Park, ride around, no carbs, nothing, on 700-800 calories a day, 3 weeks left to my competition. I'm neurotic, but he outdoes me. I'm not kidding you. I feel embarrassed sometimes around Mark. But anyways, believe it or not, I still feel weird. I still feel as if I have the fat geek mentality. And it's not easy. So what happens is, many of us, the major reason why we fail is we exert all our energy to get up to the top of that peak. Once we get there, we're spent and we just go, and fall down. This is the most important place you have to remember. When you start to gain weight, your emotions might change faster than the amount of weight you gain. And then it can reverse around and your emotions can suck you into the weight gain, not whatever else was causing the weight gain. Sometimes it's you're not getting a chance to go to the gym, sometimes you're tired, sometimes you're injured, whatever it is. But if you control your emotions, your psyche, you won't let yourself get out of control and go in these bounces. Or, what you really want to be is, you're done all the zigzagging, up, down, but now you lost a lot, and you got to where you want to be. Be careful not to zigzag back up. It's okay, gain a little bit, it's fine. Gain 20, drop 5. Gain 5, drop 10, you made it back. But what you want to do is balance it out. As AJ was saying, think of elasticity. You gain a little bit, but you bounce right back to the way you're at. Where you want to be is in a steady, very small, think of a hill, not peaks, but small, simple hills. Once you keep yourself there, you gain a few pounds, you go back to the way you were living normally, you lose it back. You might not eat a lot and you lose a few pounds, you go back to the way you were normally living and you gain it back. So how do you stay motivated? Well, I reward myself. I had my trophies for my competitions. Funny story about Men's Fitness magazine. Before I started my competition, I said the following statement in a Barnes & Nobles, looking at a Men's Fitness magazine, saying, I could never have abs like that. I could never have abs like that. Never. Big, not that big, but here I am 5-6 years later, and I'm actually featured in Men's Fitness magazine. I didn't have my competition stuff up. So I myself was hurting myself. Because I have all these great reminders to tell me every single day, hey, it's okay if you have a down day today. Look at what you accomplished. Look at where you've been. It's fine. But I wasn't using that. Don't compare. Because when you start comparing, everything goes down the drain. Because then if the other person does bad, you start comparing, you start to feel good or bad. You don't know, but you're dependent on someone else again. Yourself. It's only yourself that matters. It's only me that matters. So, I don't care if I take my shirt off in the middle of a resort and everybody looks at me in the middle of the rain. It felt awesome. I got poured on. Or, I wanted a tattoo. I had a friend from many years ago, gave me this plaque, and in Japanese it said those words, and it basically said courage to change. I kept that plaque till this day. I have it in my office. I look at it every day. I wanted to get that tattoo, but I didn't know if that said, miso soup or something else. So I got it as a reminder on my hand. So AJ has a wristband, I have it right here. I drive with my left hand and I look at it every day and it reminds me. Now, I don't say go to this extreme and start getting sentences tattooed on your body, but you always need a reminder. You always need to remember. What happens is we all think we got there and let's forget it and move on to something else. And that's not how it happens. Think of anything that you've been successful in. Realistically, sit down, write it out, open it up, and you will see the steps you took to get there are the exact same steps you need to take to get to whatever goal you're here for. I'm not saying you're here for weight loss. For whatever goal you're here for. You know what to do. You have the plan. You just got to shift the ingredients, if you want to say it. So I'll leave you with two sentences. Well, actually, another one after this. But the darkest hour is just before the dawn. Now, I know that might sound familiar from the movie The Dark Knight and Batman, but it actually allegedly is by Thomas Fuller from the 1800s. And it is true. You like the sunset. You have no idea how amazingly beautiful sunrise is if you haven't seen them. I don't want to say a lot, but I want to say once every couple of years I'll go down to Lido Beach, near Long Beach, that area, Jones Beach, and I'll watch the sunrise. I kid you not, it gets pitch black dark, especially if you go on a night that is clear. And right after it, the sun comes out. So, no matter if you're feeling at a 10, and one day you came down to a 9 in your feelings, no problem. You get back to a 10 again. Wherever you are, trust me, people have it way worse than you do at this very moment. So, whatever problems and difficulties you have in your life, if you can be sitting here for the past 2 hours, you have it very easy. That's my opinion. So, for many years, and maybe you've experienced the same, you hear the word lucky. Oh, you're so lucky. You're so lucky. Is it luck when you get bird poop on your car? Don't they say you're lucky? Right? Well, there is a logical answer to that. Luck is where the crossroads of opportunity and preparation meet. You prepared your car in the perfect position. The bird had a perfect opportunity to drop it on your car. That's luck. But realistically, I tried losing weight many times before. We've all tried it. It's when the opportunity comes and you're prepared for it. So once again, it's not about your surroundings, it's your preparation. Are you prepared to take it on? The opportunity comes, you grab it by the horns and you take off. So it's very key to remember that you don't just happen to get there. It just doesn't happen. You don't sit around, weight's gonna come off eventually. I'm just gonna sit around. So I always set goals for myself. And one of my goals for this year, because ever since I met AJ, my goal was to improve my mind, my body, and my soul. I improved my body, piece of cake, done. I worked a lot on my mind, research, reading, a lot of guidance from AJ. He was kind of like a workout therapist or, psychiatrist office. When I saw him, I didn't need to go to my psych. Once I stopped going, But I worked on my soul a lot. I worked a lot, and it's difficult because just like weight loss, success or anything, you always bounce back to the dark side. And it's very hard. It's very hard to keep yourself on track. Keep telling yourself, even though everyone's walking that way, the right way to go is this way. Trust me, you'll get there. Don't worry. They're all going to get there and realize and start running. You're already 50 steps ahead of them. You're there, you're chilling, you're relaxing, and they're running into you. Not everyone thinks the way you think. Not everyone knows the things you know. Not everyone believes the things you believe, nor acts the way you would act. If you remember these things, it'll go a long way with getting along with people. Not to say I don't know how to get along with people, but it's very difficult to get along with people and say, well, wait a second, I see you're down there, let me help you. No, I'm good, I appreciate help, I'm good. Okay, fine, there's one right there sitting working. No, I'm good, I'm fine, I've tried it, I've done it. I'm like, come on, you can do it. I know, I see the attitude in you. See your personality. It's very, very key. And my biggest difficulty over the years working with my colleagues and working the companies I do is to be able to look at somebody and say, all right, I know you can easily do it. I know you're afraid. I know there's something blocking you. I see it. I'm trying to help you get there. But you're walking the other way with everybody else. So I either get sucked into you that way and walk with you, or I walk the other way. So I honestly, genuinely, sincerely wish you all the best of luck at whatever you're trying to achieve. Thank you for your time.
Wow. Speechless. Incredible, Rooz. Motivated. I want to go run around the block a few times.